Welcome to Pastor Nick's Book Club. This is something new I am doing where every month I will recommend a book for you to read. I will accompany it with my thoughts on why I think it is worth reading and what you can learn from it, and also links where you can get the book for yourself. So let's dive into our first book for review. This book is God at Work, Your Christian Vocation in All of Life by Gene Edward Veith Jr. I've had this book on my shelf for years, but recently reread it in preparation for our theme this year, Called to Be. When I first heard the theme, it made me think of the doctrine of vocation. Vocation comes from the Latin word vocatio, which means to be called. So the doctrine of vocation is the idea that God has called you, not just to generally love your neighbors, though that is true, but that He has specifically called you to love specific people in a specific way. And more than that, the doctrine of vocation shows us that in fulfilling these callings, God's promise is that God is at work in the world through you. And this is what Veith talks about in this book. In the first few chapters of God at Work, Veith defines and explains the doctrine of vocation. He begins with a detailed overview of what vocation is. Then he explains how God uses people to do His work in the world. And then he closes out the first section by describing the purpose of vocation, how God works in your life and the lives of those around you through your vocations. In the next few chapters, Veith focuses first on how to discover your vocations, and then more specifically on 4 different areas in which each person has specific vocations: in the family, at work, as a citizen, and in the church. And finally, Veith concludes his book with several challenges that we as the people of God face as we fulfill the vocations given to us by God, both external threats and the challenges of our own sinful natures. I encourage you to read God at Work because in it, Veith gives you the opportunity to learn about the doctrine of vocation, which, and I don't think I'm overstating it here, could change your life. Through this book, you will see how being a follower of Christ is about more than religion, more than Sunday mornings, more than just believing in something. Being a follower of Christ is about sharing His love in every area of your life. And Veith explains very clearly in his book what that looks like. So by reading this book, it can open your eyes to how God has called you in every area of your life to be His hands and feet in the world. Through this book, God can give you purpose and clarity in how to live and love in all areas of your life.